I think one thing that I notice more often than not is that a lot of people talk about how they are running out of topics to make content about, or topics to think about, or topics to discuss about. So my idea is that if in your head, in your mind, something strikes like a problem still, you can always talk about it. Because to be very honest, problems still exist. I mean, like in India, where I am right now, like we have like things like manual scavenging now. You can look it up, like what exactly manual scavenging is, but like in brief, you can say that people cleaning up sewers and some very nasty places manually, like sometimes even without like any kind of gear whatsoever. So there are problems that still exist, which some of us may have a very myopic vision of life, and it might feel like, oh, that's just in the past. But we do realize that a lot of us, a whole lot of the humanity that we are, a lot of us actually live very different lives from each other. So what I'm trying to point towards, or the idea that I'm trying to impinge on on people, is that if you can see it, if you know that something is a problem, you can talk about it, you can discuss it, you can try to come up with solutions. I think a lot of the times the reason why we fail, or should I say, like the reason why we get stuck as to, oh, I have got nothing to do, or I don't know what to do, these kind of thought processes that come about within us, I think that happens because of the reason that we think about the end goal, right? A lot of the times we start thinking that even before starting, we start to think that how this is going to end, or whether or not we'll be successful. The moment you start thinking that, because see, there are whole kind of all sorts of hurdles that will appear in life, and they do appear all the time, right? They appear all the time. Like, you cannot guarantee success, but what you can guarantee is if you find yourself waking up in the morning, if you find yourself that you can take you can take a step, you can take another step, and then you can walk, and then you can run, and then you can maybe hopefully fly. So the thing is that if you find yourself being able to move, if you find yourself, basically that's it, like if you find yourself conscious, if you find yourself with whatever capacities you gotta make use of it, right? That's the only way, that's the only mantra that you gotta remember, and you gotta keep working towards, right? Unfortunately, many of us don't realize that, or should I say, like a lot of us kind of like forget that. We look for safety, and that's a big problem.